Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And an alley to run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up first and 10. From the gun, Sutton. And Davis has it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And that's complete to Jesse James. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. 20! He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He got 29 yards that time. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on 1st down. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On 2nd down, Taylor's throw incomplete. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Taylor. Going underneath for Gordon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give the defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sutton. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Throwing on 1st down. Sutton. Landry brushes him off. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10, right at the 40. Back to throw. Sutton. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Slow.
After the interception, here's Taylor. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Marcus May with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll try and throw for it here. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Gano out to kick this one away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Operating from the gun. Sutton. A bullet throw, but incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. James has got it. Complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Now he steps away. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Third and long, it's Taylor. Trying to improvise. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, They remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
And Reed with it over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
It's a big play there for the Broncos. 41 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays.
Looking for his tight end Reed, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. To throw again. Taylor. Wide open receiver complete.
Slow.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Slow.
They go play action now. Taylor. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
Slow.
On first down, it's Taylor. They still can't get it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Slow.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Penny will try to punch it in. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's third and goal at the 1. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick the field goal. No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know, some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable, and they may go ahead and press it.
Just keeping the play alive. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Rashad Penny, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe you're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
Gano the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Sutton going back to Lander. This time he's got him complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Off play action. Sutton. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Sutton. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that. To department. Third down. The Broncos on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on 4th down.
Green, 39. Gone.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Detroit!
White on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Gone!
Now White. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Slow.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line.
Slow.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Adam Humphries, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now Taylor to throw. Now he'll escape to his right. He lets it fly for Lockett. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready. 3-19.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, LA! A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now stands at 13. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take it.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. So we've reached the... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Off play action, here's White. Wide open receiver, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On first and 10, White. Out to the left here to Reed. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
White looks to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
That's the second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
White now going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. So now the Chargers are going to bring the offense back out to go for two here. Here's Taylor. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Able to get there and pick it.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that two-point attempt.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Back to the air on second down. White looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. On first down, it's White. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw, White. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Catanzaro now for the extra point. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that will get him one closer. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Jaron Reed, never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. On second down, here's Taylor. J.J. Watt in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead, eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. J.J. Watt in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Elsewhere around the NFL, third quarter now in Los Angeles. And that lead there for the Rams has extended. They just scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now White with a first down throw. And making the catch on the floater, that's Landry. A good pickup there, a 22.
Forget height and catch radius. When you run the fade really well, run down the defender, kind of take him a little bit towards the middle of the field, and then fade to the sideline and give your quarterback some space, it can be executed that well, just as we saw.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That goes for a gain of 31. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Detroit!
To throw on second down, here's White. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Adam Humphries with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will shave one more off this lead. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Able to spin free. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. J.J. Watt getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. On second down, Taylor. And he's going to go down again.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Third and long, it's Taylor. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jaron Reed in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Landry. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Back to Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
Now White on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and that'll bring up second down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky. Jarvis Landry. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jarvis Landry, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. They're going to try and run. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's complete to Lockett. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a play fake here on first down. 20! Throw left side complete. That's James. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 42 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare, because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
They'll give it to him up the middle. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gano out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So,
and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 24. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Escaping the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. White to throw on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And, oh, what a catch that time by Landry. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Gordon. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by M.J. Stewart. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Officially, no gain on the play, and it's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
To throw is White. Looking to throw on second down. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Being chased out left. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So now Catanzaro comes on in a pressure spot. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Slow.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now it's Taylor. Now a desperation throw. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And this is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Gano out to kick this one away. Here's Humphreys. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early, and then you kind of relax a little bit. to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And he comes back with one complete. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. And this one is right down the middle. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And the Chargers coming out on the field now. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably great. Get to overtime and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Here's Taylor. Trying to lay one up deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jaron Reed. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. On is the Chargers punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Jarvis Landry, the 20. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.